Everybody wanna know about that. Bruh. What that mean, bruh?
Okay. So everybody know that Whitney Houston went back to them drugs. She back in rehab now. What is wrong with you, Whitney? Like, how high do you want to be? I don't know. I don't understand this. And everybody walking around feel sorry for Whitney. Whitney, let it go. If you ain't high by now, if you ain't reached your high limit by now, you're not gonna reach it. Woo, girl. If y'all didn't know, Whitney Houston is back in rehab. She's back in rehab, Lord, what we gonna do? I'm sorry, y'all, but I feel no sympathy for Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston. Like, how high do you want to be? Whitney, you will never be able to sing again. Do you get that right? You know that, right? Like, your voice is just gone. The drugs have ruined your voice, Whitney. Whitney Houston. Whitney. The crack cocaine that ruined your life. Come on now, Whitney. Like, for real, all jokes aside, Whitney Houston, like, when are you gonna say enough is enough? Now, I know y'all saying, well, she's saying enough is enough because she's going to rehab, but dang, this is her 50th time? Whitney. I am just so disappointed in Whitney. Like, every time I open up a freaking magazine, it has to do with Whitney on drugs. It's never Whitney that did this stuff. It's never, Lord Jesus, when is Whitney gonna give up that crack? You gotta give up that crack, Whitney. Lord. Like, how high do you wanna be? Like, all jokes aside, Whitney, let me tell you about Whitney. Whitney is a mess. Like, I don't know how much more Whitney can take of these drugs she keeps injecting into her body. I don't understand. Bobby has got his life together, and Whitney is still on the crack. Now, Whitney, I don't know. All I can do is pray for you, Whitney, but Whitney, don't disappoint us this time. You're going in rehab. I thought you was off the drugs. I really did. I don't know. Well, Whitney, every time I see you, you will never be the same Whitney Houston from back in the day. Whitney, you got to give up them drugs. They're not your friend. They're tearing you down, Whitney, down. Whitney's on drugs again. Lord Jesus, Lord. Then you got your daughter. They said your daughter is doing crack too. I just don't understand. I don't understand, Lordy. Is the whole family going? Whitney Houston, you used to have this powerful voice. Now your voice is just gone. And you know, a lot of people I got on Facebook, and she got that little like thing going on. People like Whitney Houston, whatever. And a lot of people is writing on her wall saying, that they love you and they're your #1 fans, but you're letting your fans down, Whitney. Like, when are you going to give up the crack? I mean, is your saying in your head, is it once you go crack, you never go back? I don't know. Like, how high do you want to be? That's all I got to say about the whole Whitney thing. Whitney, let that crack go. Crack is cheap. I made too much money to smoke crack. Crack is whack.
Hey, bruh. Everybody wanna know about that.